Renewable energy in India comes under the purview of the Ministry of New and Renewable Energy. India was the first country in the world to set up a Ministry of Non-Conventional Energy Resources, in early 1980s. India's cumulative grid interactive or grid-tied renewable energy capacity has reached 33.8 GW, of which 66% comes from wind, while solar PV contributed nearly 4.59% along with biomass and small hydropower of the renewable energy installed capacity in India. Renewable energy sources. Total renewable energy installed capacity. Wind power. The development of wind power in India began in the 1990s, and has significantly increased in the last few years. Although a relative newcomer to the wind industry compared with Denmark or the US, domestic policy support for wind power has led India to become the country with the fifth largest installed wind power capacity in the world. As of December 2013, the installed capacity of wind power in India was 20,149.50 MW, mainly spread across Tamil Nadu, Maharashtra, Gujarat, Karnataka, Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, Andhra Pradesh, Kerala, West Bengal. Other states. It is estimated that 6,000 MW of additional wind power capacity will be installed in India by 2012. Wind power accounts for 6% of India's total installed power capacity, and it generates 1.6% of the country's power. In its 12th five-year plan, the Indian government has set a target of adding 18.5 GW of renewable energy sources to the generation mix, out of which 11 GW is wind energy. Indian Wind Energy Alliance is the apex body for the wind energy industry in India. It was launched in December 2014 and Mr. Sumant Sinha is the chairman of IWEA. These are some of India's largest wind farms. Solar power. India is densely populated and has high solar insolation, an ideal combination for using solar power in India. Much of the country does not have an electrical grid, so one of the first applications of solar power has been for water pumping, to begin replacing India's 4 to 5 million diesel-powered water pumps, each consuming about 3.5 kilowatts, and off-grid lighting. Some large projects have been proposed, and a 35,000 km² area of the Thar Desert has been set aside for solar power projects, sufficient to generate 700 to 2,100 gigawatts. The Indian Solar Loan Programme, supported by the United Nations Environment Programme, has won the prestigious Energy Globe World Award for Sustainability for helping to establish a consumer financing program for solar home power systems. Over the span of 3 years, more than 16,000 solar home systems have been financed through 2,000 bank branches, particularly in rural areas of South India where the electricity grid does not yet extend. Launched in 2003, the Indian Solar Loan Programme was a 4-year partnership between UNEP, the UNEP Rizzo Centre, and two of India's largest banks, the Canara Bank and Syndicate Bank. Announced in November 2009, the Government of India proposed to launch its Jawaharlal Nehru National Solar Mission under the National Action Plan on Climate Change, with plans to generate 1,000 MW of power by 2013 and up to 20,000 MW grid-based solar power, 2,000 MW of off-grid solar power, and cover 20 million square meters with collectors by the end of the final phase of the mission in 2020. The mission aims to achieve grid parity by 2020. Achieving this target would establish India as a global leader in solar power generation. Indian Electrical and Electronics Manufacturers Association plays a major role in renewable energy. Waste to energy. Every year, about 55 million tons of municipal solid waste and 38 billion litres of sewage are generated in the urban areas of India. In addition, large quantities of solid and liquid wastes are generated by industries. Waste generation in India is expected to increase rapidly in the future. As more people migrate to urban areas and as incomes increase, consumption levels are likely to rise, as are rates of waste generation. It is estimated that the amount of waste generated in India will increase at a per capita rate of approximately 1 to 1.33% annually. This has significant impacts on the amount of land that is and will be needed for disposal, economic costs of collecting and transporting waste, and the environmental consequences of increased MSW generation levels. Waste energy in India. India has had a long involvement with anaerobic digestion and biogas technologies. Wastewater treatment plants in the country have been established which produce renewable energy from sewage gas, however there is significant untapped potential. Also wastes from the distillery sector are on some sites converted into biogas to run in a gas engine to generate on-site power. Types of waste can be broadly classified into urban waste, industrial waste, biomass waste, biomedical waste. Prominent companies in the waste-to-energy sector: A2Z Group of Companies, Hanja Biotech Energies, Ramki Enviro Engineers Limited, Hitachi Zosen India Private Limited, Clark Energy. See also: Biofuel in India, International Renewable Energy Agency, List of renewable energy topics by country, Bureau of Energy Efficiency, Renewable Energy in Asia, Renewable Energy Commercialization, World Energy Resources and Consumption. References. External links, media related to renewable energy in India at Wikimedia Commons.